I'm sitting here like
I know you just waiting.
I'm waiting on somebody else to press a button, and it's supposed to be me. Me's supposed to press a button. Good morning / afternoon, everybody. This is GWG, volume 269. Welcome everybody for our show that we do every Saturday. The best thing on a Saturday. Period. I got my besties with me, and we do our intros. We do what we play this week. So, Delilah, you go first. What you been playing this week?
Man, look, Starfield. And first of all, welcome everybody to the show. Great to be here. Definitely Starfield. Taking up a lot of my time. Put it that way. A lot of my time. In the last couple of days, 2 days. In the last 2 days. Loving the game. I wouldn't consider myself a pirate or anything like that, but I'm doing a lot of Constellation, a lot of United Colonies work. I'll join the Vanguard, so I still have to go through that. I've really started focusing more so on some of the faction quests versus the activities and side quests and some of the main story. And so far, I'm loving it. I love the direction that the main story is going in. But I don't know how many. I haven't even checked to see how many hours I put into the game, but I'm pretty sure I'm well past 30 hours into that game.
You gotta be, because I think when I looked the other day, which this was like 3 or 4 days ago, I looked and I was like at a day and 14 hours.
Yeah, and I know I'm playing like at least 12 hours more than y'all.
Right. Yeah.
So like,
what level are you at?
I'm level 27.
So
yeah, 27. I just hit level 27.
You had to have put a work weekend.
Well, I'm in playing like Friday. Like I told my husband, like, look, we order now. Boom, boom. I'm playing Starfield. Like, look, I wanted to put in that time. That game is massive.
And you don't have to play the same. You play however you want it. Like all of us, I think, are all playing it differently,
slightly differently. Yeah.
Like last night, CHAREECE wasn't there. We had our stick figure up, but Lady, Delilah, myself, and Stitch, and Wolf, we all just got in a party, and it's like we teaching each other things that we didn't know because we all are experiencing different stuff at different times. So we're all able to kind of help each other, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, like I done really got heavy into like doing the ship builds and stuff like that. I already created a fleet, so it's like.
So do they go out and do stuff for you?
I'm in this. Huh?
No. Oh, okay.
No.
I thought
that's just what they call it once you get a certain amount of ships. Like once you get 10 ships, they call it a fleet. And
so you got 10?
Got 10 ships.
Damn.
And like
10?
Yeah. And I'm thinking about selling some of them. Y'all look. That's why y'all talking about the money.
Is that what's happening?
Huh?
Are you a ship hoarder?
Kinda. I'm going to sell some of them though, because like I don't need to keep all. I can't. You're going to fly one at a time. It's kind of like cars. You're going to fly one at a time. But I decided to do a custom build for my ship, and I called it Spider. Because it's shaped like a spider the way I constructed it, and it's. Y'all love this game. This game getting close to Gotti for me. Like it's this year this year's gonna be hard when it comes.
Yeah, we still have more, right?
I know.
It's wild.
This game is
because this game still surprised last year, right? Like
and the floodgates are just wide open for this year. It's like ridiculous.
Because we got Cyberpunk too in a couple weeks. We just got MK.
Girl,
I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I want to replay the first. I want to replay
too many
the
games.
original.
There's too many games. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you played, Delilah?
No, because I can talk about Starfield all day, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So.
All right, Miss CHAREECE.
Unlike the ladies, I did actually play something else besides Starfield. I don't even know if I even touched Starfield this week because I know I had other things to play. And apparently, one of them is actually part of a topic. But I did play my Blue Fire, Lords of Avalon. I don't know.
Avion.
What you said.
Yeah.
And I'm actually liking it. It is a single player action adventure type game. I'm not used to the first person shooter with it. You could tell it was started off as gunplay. Like he reloads his magic like a gun, and like you can like speed it up. But there are some issues, but not like major. You could tell it could have been polished. That's what it is. It should have been polished more. It's not. I don't think it's AAA, but it is a solid title. I will give it that. But I'm still early in the story. There's some choices in it that I wish they would have did differently, story wise. But because it's looking on that white savior really hard. Like it's like everybody that you're talking to is a shade of brown, but all of a sudden you got this white dude that's come up here to save the day, and I'm like, like you cute, but
it's hard for us to take that lens.
It's
lens off because
once you learn that lens is open. So I'm like, I've yet to meet another white person in this game, but yet everybody else is a shade of brown. But yet this one dude is supposed to save the world some sort of way, and I got questions.
Maybe he's Italian.
Okay. And then, like I said earlier, I dropped into Mortal Kombat 1, and that game is pretty.
Yeah, I gotta go back out to GameStop today, so pick it up.
Oh, yo. I suck at fight games. I suck at Mortal Kombat. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I love
that fatality with the
my brutality. That's literally the most simplest one to get. I think it's 5 uppercuts in one match, and you can get a brutality with the last one. But the story is like I can't get. I don't even want to how the story goes. It's wild. I don't even know if we can get spoilers from the last. We can play the last one like the whole.
It's supposed to be a reboot.
It's straight up. It's a reboot. Everything is different, but yet the same. Like you've known these characters for years, but they are different. Like my boy Raiden. Like I actually like Raiden now.
You mean Beyonce's twin?
It's different. And I like it. I'm not finished with it. I'm nowhere near finished with the story, but I played the different battle modes in it. They have to test your might back in there. They have like a little, they call it invasions, but it's like a little map, and you have to go different places around, and you get to fight. And different conditions, the cameos that you get to do, that's going to be really interesting when I get all the move sets down, because you can have, say, like you can have Katana fighting with Sonya as your cameo, and then somebody else can have like Raiden and Scorpion, and then it's weird, but it works though for some odd reason. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it works. What else did I play this week? Oh, the game I'm gonna show real quick. This right here, this is called Death of a Wish, and it is weird. I'm gonna speed it up some, get it right so you actually see some gameplay. It is I don't even know how you would call this style of art.
Like a horror, yeah? No,
it is kind of horror-ish. But it's like an angry drawing. Y'all know little kids who make a little angry drawing. This is what this reminds me of, and it is basically this child's wish is you're trying to find something. I'm not gonna say what, but you're trying to find it, and these people are keeping it away from you. And the screen is marked out like you can't go certain ways. You can't. So you have to kill the enemies to unlock different areas. This is I want to say it's an early build, but it's not, because it should be out at the end of this year. But I did enjoy it. I don't know if I would play the whole game because it is kind of creepy. I would have to see a daytime game.
Do they have voices or anything like that?
No, there's no voice. Well, it's not direct voices. Like your character doesn't speak. But there's like sounds and stuff that the people are making, and you can hear it when you come in through your earbuds. The little thing that's following you, it helps you fight. There's the dash. There's a high attack, a low attack, of course, dodge. You can rewind time if something like hits you, and you're like about to die, so you can rewind time and redo the fight over, which I did a couple times because I was like trying to get the buttons down. You can parry moves. So the combat is there. The combat is fluid once you get the controls down. It's a lot. It's not a lot. It looks simple, but it's not, because it's a fighting game. And if you make a wrong move, you can die very quickly. But I enjoyed it. I don't think it's going to be long. I don't think it's going to be something that I would play normally. How about that? It's not my type of game. But I might try it since I have started it. But yeah. So yeah, there's that. I'm probably gonna upload this whole clip onto our channel later on this weekend. That way, if somebody wants to check it out, they can. But yeah, it's called Death of a Wish, and it is on Steam right now. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, Miss LBOOGIE, what you been doing?
Pretty much Starfield all the time. As soon as I get time to play Starfield, I'm on Starfield. Like
That part.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Dark Omis in here talking about he was playing Baldur's Gate 3, which I was on heavy before Starfield came out, but
shit happens.
Yeah. I'll probably eventually go back, just because I will say that the romance in Baldur's Gate 3 will spoil you, because the romance in Starfield is so mild and blah compared to fucking Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
they like Baldur's Gate 3 want to smash. They trying to smash.
Right. They're like, this is part of the game. Okay. Part of the game is the romance. Starfield is like, we got romance here, but it's here.
It's all cute and shit. And I think
you on mute, Delilah, just by the way.
Yeah, so what you're saying is a little more subdued. Like, it's not out of your face. Boom, yeah.
Vanilla.
Yeah, it's very, very vanilla. We talking about, not Skinamax. You know what I mean? It's not there.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know, because some clips I've seen.
Yeah. When people on Starfield. But yeah, so I was farming money for a couple of days, but now that I have enough money and I know where to get like a ton of resources from, now I'm starting to try to get back into playing missions so that I can get XP, because like, even though you do get XP for like Freestar Collective, which I finished that quest line. So I finished Freestar Collective. But you don't get quite as many, I don't think, XP. And I think I want to say there's like there's either 7 to 8 missions for Freestar Collective, core missions to get all the way through for that. And but I noticed that what you got out of it wasn't as good as the stuff that I'm getting from doing other stuff. You know what I mean?
But did you use any modifiers? I think I was talking about a little bit about that last night. Was like going to sleep for 8 hours.
Trying to tell everybody how I was addicted to stimulants? Is that what you're trying to do?
That was hilarious, by the way.
So like, I'm playing the game. Yeah, so I'm playing the game, and I know I came across the screen and said that I was addicted, but I was like, what is that? I didn't see that it said anything, because like above the health bar, how it'll give you like those little like cues to tell you, like you have a concussion or whatever. So there was nothing there. So I was like, all right, whatever. But then I noticed that I couldn't carry as much as I normally could. Like usually I carry like 145, and it was like 125. And I was like, why can I not carry all the stuff, right? Because we all know, you want to be able to carry as much as you can.
Yep. And
I'm trying to figure it out. It was probably like 20 minutes, y'all. 20 minutes of me trying to figure out why the hell I'm now carrying 125. And then finally Delilah, which I knew Delilah would know. I was like, Delilah, why the hell is this happening? I haven't switched out any armor. I haven't put on anything different. Why is this happening? She's like, well, just press Y and see if it says anything, when you're on the main menu. And I do it, and it's like addicted to stimulants. And then it says, reduce your carrying capacity by 20%. 20% just because I'm addicted to some shit. Have they not seen crackheads before? They can carry whatever the fuck they want. They can carry a fucking car, okay? be able to carry more because I'm addicted.
Oh my god!
But okay, wait, no, Boogie, question. How did you get addicted to them?
I told them because they were like, "Damn, you must be taking them things all the time." And I'm like, "Yo, I swear to God, I've only taken a few of these things."
That sounds like a crackhead. I'm sorry.
That's what they said.
Right, admitting that you have a problem.
I swear. I don't even like. One thing I forget half the time to even take that shit. The main thing that I know that I take is like the health, right?
Yeah.
But
what about? I mean, Aurora. Like, do you take Aurora at all? Like, that ability is fire. So I mean, most people.
I'm sorry, you took it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like.
Oh my god!
I'm taking the one that looks like the. It looks like a doucher. Have you seen?
Yeah, I do. What you're talking about?
Yeah. See, it looks like.
I have not tried it. I did not touch it.
That was the one that I did, and it was like, "Oh, you're addicted." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
You take multiple back to back? Maybe that's what.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I guess it's like once you get a taste, you addicted. So,
can you get do you need to go to rehab? What do you need to do?
Yeah, you gotta take. It will wear off after a certain amount of time, I believe. But you have to go find the. It's like a pin. You can take.
Yeah, they take it like.
And if y'all know about the store exploit on Aquila, they got all the health stuff there for you.
Yeah,
just go look at the little puddle. You know what I mean? You're good to go. Yeah, we gonna get you right when you start playing again, CHAREECE.
I know, right? I'm
gonna get you super right. We gonna get you super right. I'm telling you.
I got over 1 million doll hairs.
So listen. So if y'all see I put up a meme earlier today, right before the show. Oh, that's exactly how I feel about Starfield.
No, yeah. So I had retweeted that. What's name? Jets posted it, right? The guy first. It was like, for sure. Like,
the first 2 hours, you're like, what's happening?
Right.
What's going on?
You gotta that's why I don't understand why people are able to give reviews with like 3 hours. You just barely scratching the surface of this game.
Yeah, not this kind of game. You can't do that.
Okay, that's what I'm playing. My crack.
It's good. I'm happy that it's great.
That pure uncut.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna play what's name right away.
What?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, I'm not playing. I'm not playing that right now.
And even though I was like, I need to go get MK. I'm not even really I'm only getting it so that the kiddo can start playing it really because I have no desire to play anything else right now.
Dude, it's tough because it has there's so many genres thrown into one. Like now I got great with the dog fighting. The space combat. I only got really good with that, and modifying my ship with all the necessary weapons. You need.
So you gotta get. So I have the upgraded targeting system.
Mm-hmm.
That helps a lot, and just really how you allocate, right? Like every time you get a dogfight, you need to make sure that you check, that little system down on the lower left, for your grab drive and everything. Because sometimes you'll end up having some in your grab drive and you don't need it while you're in a dogfight. So move shit somewhere else. But yeah.
And then the shields, and then making sure you have just because you know how when you modify your ship, you can put different guns on different buttons.
Yeah.
And make sure you having
haven't done that yet.
That's oh man.
But you want to make sure that like you said, you want to have a PAR gun or an EM gun, which I heard the EM gun would just it'll shut them down where they are. Yeah. And then the missile, you gotta make sure you have missiles and lasers.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, once I wrap my head around that, and what trips me out with this game is there's no it tells you all this, but it's no true tutorial on all the extra stuff you need to be good at dogfighting.
Yeah, my dad's playing and he was like, I'm gonna need you to play with me. I'm gonna need you to be on the line while I'm playing. So I just trying to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do. It's a Bethesda game, y'all.
Yeah. And then when they targeted you, when the enemy target you while you're dogfighting, the best way to get out of that is to boost. But you can't have been burned through your boost. You know what I mean? And then when you want to do short turns, like slow all the way down, do your sharp turns to get to them. Like it's little things like that you learn, and when you realize it plays just like any other space fighter, like the way the gameplay. But I love the different systems they threw in this game. That's why I'm excited to kind of really get into finally creating an outpost. Because every other system that I came across in the game has been really like flushed out, you know what I mean? So like the shooting mechanics are really good. The modifying your weapons, like I done upgraded my weapon research, and like I'm able to add like different scopes and different internals on my guns.
But even how you said to get to that point, like you said, you're like 27, and to get to the point where she is. Like to get to the point where you can modify the way she's modifying, you have to be at her level, because they make you put a certain amount of skill points in the top tree before you can even get to the bottom tree, which is kind of like Diablo, in my opinion, like where you have to do this stuff first. So it's like they really make you crawl before you can walk. Like you cannot just skip over.
I'm just now feeling like I'm great. You know what I mean? As far as my character abilities and everything.
Yeah. Like you feel like you take on some shit.
Yeah. Like I can come on. Anybody come across me, I can handle you. Like I'm starting to you feel more powerful.
Yeah. Remember what I said last night about the bounty hunters? Yeah. Because at the beginning, the bounty hunters, I used to have to pay their asses because I was too low. I couldn't really fight them. But now I'm like, look, I fight your ass. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Just Starfield?
That's it.
Okay. For me, I was playing Call of Duty this week because I practice every week, every Tuesday. I practice for sister shooters. Shout out to the sister shooters. I got the clip of the month for September.
Okay.
Oh, I'm happy about that because I'm telling you, them girls know how to shoot. Them girls know how to shoot. So I practice every Tuesday. So this week was basically Call of Duty League modes. So I'm thinking search and destroy, hardpoint, and control. And focus more on those modes, because when the new Call of Duty comes, it's going to be something of that effect around that area as far as the modes are. I'm not too worried about the maps because like all the maps is from the old game, and if I know Call of Duty, they're not going to really change much. So I'm good. I'm like confident of the map rotations and stuff, and a little bit of Warzone. Communication is key. I think as soon as I tell folks that look, I'm serious, I'm playing, let's get to it. Let's just get these call outs and make sure I learn how to communicate. So when I be able to have an opportunity to compete, I'm confident of what I need to do. So I played last night again, just for funsies. And I'm gonna tell you, I didn't get the new battle pass. I didn't get like nothing, no new skins. I'm just waiting so I can play the open beta that's coming out in October and, get ready to be playing in November. So, but the majority of the week was Starfield all day. I'm gonna be honest, there's a small smidget of some minor inconveniences that makes the game it makes it a little more taxing for me, like locating stores or the maps of the universes. And
hell yeah, like the big cities need maps.
Cities need maps. They commented
on that too, so
I'm like,
oh, did they?
Yeah.
Bethesda did they say it's coming?
Bethesda did. They said they all the quality of life stuff is coming because they said that was one of the biggest ones was the maps and being able to eat and read. So other than that, I grinded. Look, I'm gonna tell you, people be talking about the glitches that happened in Starfield this week, but let's be real. We know, well, at least me and CHAREECE know, there was gonna be glitches anyway. And it's Bethesda gonna be Bethesda. They did it with Skyrim. They did it with Fallout 4 with the dev room under the map. They had everything down there. So for people to like
exploit the money glitch is so funny, and I think it engages more people to play Starfield. Oh, this is a money glitch up in here. That means I don't got to worry about this, that, and the other. Let me go spend this quick 60 and go get this money glitch. You know what I'm saying? The stories are great. I romance buried, but I think I think each of the companions has a particular mission in hand. So I think I might have to switch companions so I can start their companion quest line.
Yeah.
I finished playing the Vanguard mission, from the United Colonies for New Atlantis, because I wanted that free house. I wasn't paying no $230.
That's what I'm on right now. The Vanguard.
Okay. Well, I finished.
You're the reason why I want to try, because I'm like, you got this big behind house. I want the house.
Yeah, so, I want the house.
That's the next one I'm going to.
Yeah, I want the house.
But I'm gonna go to Freeside Collector so I can get the ship.
Yeah, because I got a chip at the end of the Freeside Collector.
So nice. I'm gonna, because I want that fleet. So I'm just switching companions, and I think with Starfield, I try to go straight, and then I go like this, and then I go like this, and then I try to go back straight. So as long as I focus that set on a set of missions, I'll be okay. But I can be easily distracted by a side mission.
In that game. Oh my goodness.
Distracted. So I suggest if you get the game, just make sure if you're going to do side missions, just do the sides. If you're doing the main mission, just do the main mission, you know?
And I'm like, how it's like, how do you avoid missions? Because like I got so many already, and I'm still getting missions. Like I'm still walking by, just listening. Like I was walking through Aquila City, and like they just start talking, and boom, 2 missions popped up. I'm like, dang, dude, like I'm just walking by. Like I don't really want to engage with these people. I kind of got an agenda while I'm there, so it just they throw so much at you, and it's like you really kind of. I mean, just sifting through all of that has been challenging. I'm with you on a lot of that.
So the thing is, you got to just you gonna be on this game for a long time if you're trying to do every fucking thing. And I think what Bethesda was trying to do is encourage you to do multiple playthroughs to see what you gonna get into and stuff. I had every intention to be a villain, okay, but every time I play Starfield, I'm making these pimp life death decisions that really fuck with my conscience and really say, are you really a villain? Like, are you really a villain?
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it, and you know what? I love the Starfield parties. I love when all of us in a group and we just playing and kiki and talking and having a couple of drinks and just laughing and joking. I enjoy that as well. That was something in Starfield that I didn't know that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting like everybody to go and dip off until they cut and play, by themselves and not have anybody around them. But in my case, it was like, oh, you playing? What you playing? Starfield? Oh, you want to party up? Oh, let's party up. And then
everybody's experience is different. That's why it works. That's why you can, it's not like you.
Yeah, you're not spoiling.
I can tell you about a planet, but you go,
So I'm like, I'm in it. I'm so in it. If it wasn't Mortal Kombat, I would not be playing nothing else because I see Starship Liberty. I mean, not Starship Liberty. The Cyberpunk DLC. Then it's Alan Wake 2. Then
oh man, I forgot about Alan Wake.
Yeah, Alan Wake 2, right?
This year is overwhelmingly packed. I think. It's like I don't think I ever prayed for a delay on something. It's like delay something.
Yeah.
So you got some time.
No, but 2022, 2021 was delayed central.
Right, it was
delayed
central. Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we about to like really get into some games. Like really.
Because I want to play Lies of P. I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna find time.
I'm just collecting games at this point. I'm just waiting for the
crazy.
I totally agree. Other than that, that's all I've been playing. That's all I've been playing. I want to shout out everybody that's still in here hanging with us. Make sure you like and share. Shout out to our Patreon members for being some real ones. And let's start with our first topic, or I would say a mini tidbit or something, because it wasn't even that much. Nintendo Direct came out this week, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think this is very minor. I think there's not a lot in here, but I would love your ladies' input on it, on the Nintendo Direct.
You're gonna have to skip me because I didn't get a chance to check it out, so I didn't get a chance to see the Direct.
The only interesting thing I feel like I saw, which I didn't know that they had in this game at all, was with the what's the one where you shoot in the paint, Splatoon, that they are putting out like a single player DLC. I didn't realize that they even had a single player portion to it. But other than that, it was just like it showed like a re-release of Luigi's Haunted Mansion or Mansion 2, which I think they're coming out with like 3. So why do I need?
Is it a new game or is it like a reboot? Like
it's like a reboot, I want to say, because
yeah,
but yeah, I'm like, all right, I don't know, like. My Nintendo got more dust on it than the PlayStation. It's like the handheld that I use most now is my Steam Deck.
Yeah. Well,
your library is there. That makes so much sense.
Right. Yeah,
it does make sense. For me, I ain't gonna lie. That F-Zero Battle Royale, yeah. They try to move that route with, like, they did that with Sectors, I think. And I want to see how a racer Battle Royale game is going to be put together. So, also, Paper Mario, Princess Peach going to have a game. They got Sora, the how you call it? The little statue that they get for Smash.
Amiibo?
Yeah, they got that. And, another installment of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
They're still doing 8.
They're still doing 8. You know, Nintendo like to milk day.
They might as well call it Mario Kart Infinity and just turn 8 sideways and be like, boom, we make them another.
Damn. You know what? Don't be surprised if they do that shit later.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's great marketing. If they listening, look, y'all know, y'all hit me up. I'm on royalty.
So, I'm like, damn, really? Hella mid. I mean, don't get me wrong. Splatoon, yes, y'all got it. Nintendo, y'all got it. I'm not going to be here and be like, oh, you're bad because you like the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
I think it was mid, and it doesn't deter. It shouldn't, me saying it's mid shouldn't deter anybody else's enjoyment.
Right. If those are the type of games you like to play, then, enjoy.
All right. CHAREECE, what about you?
The Princess Peach game looked cute. I ain't gonna lie, but I already know that's gonna be like $60, and I was like, other than that, nothing else. No, it's not even mid. It's below mid. I did nothing else piqued my interest. Was so.
So we got a super chat. Sir X-Man, he says, all I want is the Tomb Raider trilogy in February, which I did see, but I am going back playing.
Yo, I learned the hard way with GoldenEye. I'm good. Y'all got it.
Y'all got it. Many new games to be.
I love Tomb Raider, but I got a PC. I can.
Me too. I love Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
I remember playing those games, but like you said, too much shit coming out.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So if you have to rate the Nintendo Direct that came out this week, what would you give it?
A C.
Yeah, I give it a C minus.
Dang, y'all. I
give it a D.
Because it's just like it's not anything for me. And it's just hard,
Yeah, they do it just enough to pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Delilah?
I didn't watch it, so I feel weird.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot you didn't watch it. So we don't want to do that around here. We don't want to give out grades and shit on something that we ain't watched or played.
Yo, right. Why they ain't teach the new Switch? Why? That's what they should have done. Like
for what? They got.
Yo,
they want you to keep buying this one this Christmas, and then they're gonna hit you with the new one
next, like what, February next year?
Yeah, next year.
Well, yo, if it got a better battery, then yeah, I might do it. But God, I just seriously, come on, give me a better battery.
I'm telling you. Next topic. You were just discussing this game earlier. Just a little bit. Just a little quick, little big backstories. Immortals of Avium. You just got the game. The game came out in a couple of weeks, and they laying off staff already. So
half the staff.
50% of the staff.
Yeah, that's wild.
Now, do you know if those were like was these FTEs, like full-time employees, or were they contractors? Because that's a common practice when it comes to like contractors.
Yeah, it is. It's like really crappy, but yeah,
because that'd be a bad media ploy or marketing.
I didn't read. None of the articles I read said if they were full-time employees or contract. Because I remember you saying that one time earlier, and I was like, well, let me look. And I couldn't find any, so we do not officially know.
I mean, they say that over sales is subsided for layoffs. Necessary to keep the studio running.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that seems more than just...
Yeah. And look, it says the Immortals of Avium peaked at just under 800 Steam players shortly after launch.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was last week when I was on, looking for something to have in the background. It had 8 people watching it on Twitch. 8.
That trips me out because it's like there was a lot of marketing for this game. A ton of marketing for this game. I'm curious as to there's probably going to be like a case study on how this didn't resonate with people.
Well, because look, it says it was hailed, right? This is what the marketing was showing. It's hailed as a quote groundbreaking AAA single player magic shooter. CHAREECE. Is this
it is not AAA. It is not AAA. Maybe that's where they messed up at. Magical shooter, yes. AAA, no.
Tell us about the magic shooting value.
Oh my God. So again, it's you can tell that this is Call of Duty and with magic. You're literally you have your weapon. It's like a little thing they put on your arm right here, and you literally cock it. And like a gun, and like you reload, you have like little bullet meter on the screen. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
This is like, why are we reloading magic?
Yes, you literally have a little thing. There's a perk you can get to cut down your reload speed. So you can also switch out. You have so far I have 3 different and which kills me. You trying to build this whole world, this whole lore, and they just call it blue fire, green fire. I mean, green magic, blue magic, red magic. That's all they call it. And I'm like,
they could have gave it a name. Is what
you could have gave it a name. I'm like, that's my job to break it down.
I guess you battle with that versus accessibility, because just to give you some context. I can't remember some of the names of on some games I play. I don't remember the names of these people. Like in Final Fantasy, I don't know their names. I don't know the name of the cities. Name of the characters. It's look.
But the people didn't even take time to name it. So I'm like,
well, but it's different when you talk about fire though, like blue fire, green fire. Right?
Yeah. So and it's so you have different magic spells. You have different abilities, but the game still needs to, like I said, polish. Textures are still popping in as you're walking around the area. It's more linear than they want you to believe. You can shoot off and do certain things, but it's like you're still on a path going forward. It is always, lady, you play Call of Duty story, so you're do one little main mission, but as you're just walking along to get to the next area, some people might pop out on you and you do, and then you got to fight them, and then you go to the next area. You can maybe go behind this bush or whatever, go into this house, but you still going in straight forward. You can't deviate from the path that they have set out for you. This is not open world whatsoever. There is some RPG elements to it. You can craft, you can level up, you can up your magic, different abilities. So there's some thought put into the game. It's a solid title. I would give it, as of right now, it's a solid 7.5.
I know the production value was pretty high too. With the cutscenes, it looked really well
Like I
I
said,
feel like it always is the problem with those types of games. Like when they have all that, the gameplay usually suffers.
Again, Gina Torres has so much cutscenes in this game, and I'm literally only maybe 3-4 hours into it. Like she is full body, like her face is in this game, her voice is in this game. I'm sure she got her check up front. But like there, like I was saying earlier, everybody that you talk to in this game is a shade of brown, but yet you have this one white kid who is supposedly doing all this stuff to save this people. You could tell that was a conscious decision to do that, to most likely to help sales of this game. I would love to have been a fly on the wall at the beginning of the meetings for this.
So basically, you saying that, like, you know, if this main character was also a brown person, this might not have sold as well.
And true, and because it doesn't fit in the story so far, it doesn't. Like literally, everybody that you talk to, everybody that you meet, like his best friend at the beginning of the game is a black girl. Like,
have you seen any other?
Literally,
really haven't encountered anybody else. That's
right. And also, how early are you in the game? Because
I'm probably, like I said, I'm probably shy of 4 hours. I am, and and time has skipped forward 5 years. So we're in a different set of areas.
People of color,
and there's everything you see is POC, but he is literally the only.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's gonna play in, or there was just like literally a design. Like you had to have come up with this. Like I would love to see.
I mean, you like to think that some of these things are intentional, right? Like when you go to having characters and story, a lot of those decisions are very intentional. Like it's linear.
So I don't know. I can see why they wanted to go with the average white male, but like. I think the story might have been
also speaks to what we always say, right? Like you need to have more of us in the room because, like, at the same time, it's great, and I'm sure somebody thought, "Oh, we're gonna have all these people of color, you know, as like in the game."
Gotta make it believable.
But it's like if you do that, and then the only person you have that we're gonna see is Caucasian, that's gonna be the lead. It then almost erases all your diversity work because now you made this a, you know, like Sheree said, like a white savior thing. So it's like, you know, we gotta think of all that stuff, people. You know,
like there was some like, okay, so his name is Jake, and then his best friend at the beginning of the game where you learn the tutorials on how to use the magic and all this stuff. So they're basically orphans, and so they were going back to their hideout with some other orphans. Now the orphans were white, but again, they died.
Spoiler alert.
Right. Hey, y'all ain't playing this game.
But maybe somebody else might be.
It's literally like the first
somebody listening, you know.
It's literally the first 2 minutes of the game. So trust me, after that part, I don't know. But the gameplay is solid. Besides that part, the gameplay is solid. The world does need some more building, I think. You could tell this is a first time effort, first IP, but like I feel there was something there. I was kind of hurt that the studio might never be better.
I was about to go back there. Like, do you think they will, because of what they had to do, the adjustments they had to make, are they going to be able to add that level of polish to the game?
Oh no, I don't think so. If at least 45% of the studio is gone, like I wouldn't be surprised if like we don't hear from them for a while.
Yeah, this game, it is published by EA, right? So
yes. So I don't. So again, that goes with who said this game was a failure. Like, has anybody said sales?
Well, yeah, like we
you already just said 8 people were watching it, and then like
it was not to a lot of people for the amount of money that went into making this game.
Yeah,
that is not good.
That's a failure. That's a failure.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be a failure.
Could it be a situation of like the release window? Because we talk about this all the time, where this game, look how it released and where it released, right?
But like anything, this is not a good time for anything to release. You got Boulder State, Starfield.
They could have delayed it and probably saved it, but somebody in the background was like, "Push this shit."
And I don't know about delaying it. I don't know.
I mean, they could have.
I think to me, I think you have everything should be when you go to putting out a game, releasing it. It should be very strategic, and I would look at Starfield and then Call of Duty and Madden and all these in this window of games. Well, Call of Duty's later, but all of these games in this window, and been like, oh heck no, I'm not releasing my game in the middle of all that. I'm gonna wait. You know what I mean? Like, they could have released this game next spring, the first quarter of next year, and probably had a better chance of people in that, because all eyes are now focusing on that title. You know, it's a new IP.
It depends on where it was, though, Delilah. Because like, I can fully see, like, if this has been in development for like a long time, or you know, however time the powers that be there, the number crunchers said that it should be done by. And now they're like, you know, we need to be able to move on to something else. We need to put the game out. You know,
we spent XYZ. Right, we need this game out now.
Yeah,
like, got to recoup our losses.
Yeah.
But yeah, tough. It's if you want to play it, catch it on sale. I was, you know,
it's gonna be on Game Pass, cause
you know, honestly, if you have Game Pass, you already got EA Play, so you get a discount as it is.
You get the 10 hours? Do you get the 10 hours with this game? Did they do that? Remember they used to do that?
They still do it, but I don't think this is an EA. I don't know. I check into that. So I'll check it, but I went ahead and got it. I knew I was gonna play it.
You don't want to play 10 hours that though.
And this game was a full 60, right?
Yes. Wait, was it?
I mean, if I was on the fence and I wanted to try it and they had the 10 hours,
Yeah. Like I said, like the voice acting, this is a point. They spent money in the cinematics. I give them that all day. It's a pretty game, except when it's actually the gameplay. You can tell that it's, you know, that shift in between.
Remember I said that when we was watching the trailer. I'm like, yo, when we go to gameplay, it looked rough.
It's a step up from rough. How about that?
Oh wow, that's still bad.
It's not bad, but you can tell that polish is not there.
I hate that though. Like, if I'm seeing a cinematic and you show me this like super polished cinematic, and then you take me to gameplay, and the gameplay is rough in any way, it's so jarring because you just showed me this super
it's that old school Final Fantasy play.
And you cut over, you're like, what happened?
Yeah, that's that Final Fantasy 7 PlayStation era.
Right. But we shouldn't be doing that no more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, right now it's installed at 7.5.
Man, I'll catch you on Game Pass.
Yeah, and this is why, like, you know, I prefer in-game. Was it in-game cutscenes?
Oh yeah.
You know, I've been, because we got called up now. Like they should be able to.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I love about Starfield. I had to go back there, but like everything's in real time. Everything happens in real time. Like it's, you know, it doesn't. There's no.
Although there are some funny things. So check this: when I'm playing the Freestar Collective mission last night, the guy is basically downed because I downed him. But then when you go talk to him, and as soon as I go talk to him, instead of him staying laid down and being like, "Oh, I'm dying," this motherfucker stands all the way.
He popped up.
Like, did he just have like 20 bullets?
Yeah.
And he's just talking to me, and then he's like, all right, now I'm gonna fight again. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I'm sorry for the people that lost their jobs. I know that's tough.
Yes.
At the end of the day, people they got them bills to be paid, and for them to like give up almost at least half of their staff, it's a lot. So I just wanted to rearrange. Yeah. All right.
This is why they talk about unionizing, like with that, because that happens so often in this industry. So
because all those contractor people, they don't get a severance.
Right.
They just get shown the door, which is, you know.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna segue to the next topic with these new Microsoft MasterCards.
Oh gosh. Okay.
With these new Microsoft MasterCards. Okay. They could have probably done some like marketing, right? MasterCard, Master Chief.
They're not out yet, so they got time.
They got time.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna have Master Chief come and show you the MasterCard.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I hope not. No, it's too much.
Because when you fight wars, you need MasterCard.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so the credit card will go to players. if you want to build up your credit, you can. It says no annual fee. You can redeem points if you purchase Xbox related items. It'll be ready September the 21st, a few days, and it'll be everywhere. It'll be everywhere next year. I love Xbox, but not that much. Not that much.
No, I mean the biggest thing is like, you know, when we see Genji, sorry, I'm sorry, you always trip me up with your name being different on YouTube, but stop. Like she said, the benefits are the same. APR, like the APR is high as hell.
Yeah.
What was it again? Like
APR part was crazy. It was like 20-something%.
20.99% to 31.99% based on your credit. So if you got some shitty credit, it's gonna be 30.
That's crazy.
People was saying on Twitter, oh, but that's just normal. I'm like, no.
I mean, it really, sadly, it is. Sadly,
now, right now, like if you are trying to get a credit card right now, like no. Hopefully, you got a credit card.
I would try to hold on if you can help it.
But the thing to me, and what I said, you know, when they did it, was just like for the person, because I think they use the same bank that Apple used to use, Barclay Bank. Which Barclay does not approve the average Joe. They want you to have good or higher credit. You can't have fair credit. You gotta have good or higher credit for them to even approve you. And for those rates to be the way they are, for you to have, you know, good or higher credit, you can get a different credit card and get way more benefits with a lower APR. Like you can go get, you know, a Capital One card or something, and you know,
start from there. Yeah. Also with the card, they want the first purchase with your card, you get 5,000 points, quote unquote, a $50 value. I don't know what point system they had over there.
Right, because I'm like, that ain't the Microsoft Rewards points.
It's definitely a different system, completely different system.
A different system.
Must be.
Also, you get 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for free. And you can, if you're already a Game Pass member, you can gift your 3 months to someone else.
Oh, so we couldn't use it if we know.
No, you can, but if you want to, you can give it to someone else. So it's giving me Rush Card vibes with benefits, and I know I'm here. I'm the one in the chat, like I'm the one in the group that really focusing on financial independence and financial education. And you know, old lady would have been all over this because it's Xbox and then there's a credit card. But now I see the APR. I see who's the bank that's connected to it, and I have a more conscious decision of if I do want to add another line of credit with them. And sadly, I'm like, no, because then you got multiple credit cards with high APR, and you get one good time, you miss the payment, and your ass is grass. I'm telling you, because I'm trying to make sure I pay my shit on time. If this is like something to have. If you think you got it like that and that's something that you want, just know it's a credit card. Just because it got the Xbox logo, just because it got the bonus points and stuff like that, don't think about it like it's something like a toy. It is an actual credit card. It has actual, you know, you got to be responsible just like any other credit card. And it just put it that way.
I say it every time with people with credit cards. It's not your money. Like, it's not your money.
It's your money on loan. You just borrowing money.
Exactly.
So, if anything, if I would change anything, I would change like the actual design of the cards. If y'all really gonna go to the gusto and make some Xbox credit cards, take some shots of like quintessential Xbox shit, like the One or the original Xbox or Gears of War or Master Chief, you know, something like that. Because that layout of the cards aesthetically doesn't please me. So, but you know, I'm just
the card was ugly. Itself was ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That's all I'm going to say about that. Speaking of Xbox, Ubisoft Defiance failed Xbox and PlayStation certification, and it could some people it said it's a good thing because they have some things that they need to fix, and since they ain't got clear, they can have time to fix it. Other people say that this is a bad move because they had time to figure out something that I'm assuming is basic throughout games, period, that you have to pass these tests in order to sell them. So I'm just asking these ladies how you guys feel about X Defiant not passing, and are you gonna wait? Are you still gonna get it? Is it like, it's a no for me, dog? So just tell me what you guys feel about that.
I think the only thing I'm gonna say about this is like, why is them failing the certification public? Because I'm pretty sure this happens for other games. They just gotta resubmit it, and once it's patched, and but to me, this shouldn't even be out there for people to read and get worried about. Like,
that's interesting how you say that, because Ubisoft themselves announced that they had failed. So why would they?
They're not gonna make the date. They're probably not gonna make whatever date.
That's probably, maybe that's how they're gonna. That's like this industry. Everything's intentional, in some cases. You know what I mean? So So they probably there's probably going to be a delay or something. Who knows, right? We don't know. It's not public knowledge.
So why not just say it was delayed?
Because I don't know. I don't know.
Because y'all know how social media can be. They be on the delay hate train. It's wild right now. It's just like, so I'm guessing they kind of like any other studio, proceeding with caution and probably like, failed certification, so we delay it. Don't be surprised. You can just put two and two together, and I don't know. But I just found it weird that it was like, okay, that's awkward. Why would you even announce that? Like, what's the whole point of putting that out there? Like, y'all, like, back in the day, I submitted a game and it failed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I submit, not so much a game, but an app. I submitted an app and they say, oh yeah, you gotta, this, as far as the size was too big, you gotta scale it down. You gotta get it under a certain size before you can resubmit it. And so it's like, okay, I failed. I'm not gonna put it out to the public that, oh yeah, I failed the certification. Let me go resubmit it. Like, that's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's weird. Definitely on that play. Like, we're not gonna make it on time, right? But I don't know. I feel like this game, even when I played the demo, it's just like, I personally wouldn't be surprised if this ends up getting one of those delay. Okay, now we're not making it.
Yeah.
I mean, even with like Skull and Bones, have we heard about it again? Like, y'all put out an actual cinematic trailer for this game, and they delayed it.
I thought it was soft released. That game wasn't like preview, soft release kind of thing.
Yeah, but some people
did a beta for it.
They did a beta, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Was it good? Did y'all play it?
No, I didn't get accepted to it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, Ubisoft did have a win this week with their Forza Horizon ripoff.
I glazed that shit off. I wouldn't even worry about it. I glazed it off.
I just want to comment. They needed it though. They needed it so bad. The Crew was one of the worst games I played.
The last one.
Yeah. I could not do it. And mind you, now I've played I'm a Need for Speed, and Need for Speed is basically in the trash right now, and the Crew is below that. So they needed to copy somebody, anybody.
Yeah, it sounds like they really were able to bring in some of their homegrown mechanics to Horizon.
I know what you meant though.
Yeah. So I might actually check the Motorfest out just because it looks so much like Horizon.
Right. It's to me, it's blatant. Like everything. When you look at it, it looks like they copied a lot. Like I'm so surprised of that. But you say they added some new mechanics, and that definitely intrigues me. I love a good racer, and I love arcade racers. Yeah. So because I know Forza Motorsport is right around the corner. That's more of a sim. More of a fan of the arcade ones. So I'm looking for. I will definitely check this out. And it depends on a lot of factors. Like I'm curious as to how much it's going to cost at launch and all the other stuff.
60, 70 maybe.
Yeah, just go play Horizon until it drops in price.
Yeah, that's it. I glossed over it. I don't even care. It did not entice me, intrigue me, inquire it, read it, nothing. I've been spoiled. Playground games has spoiled the shit out of me. So if it ain't Forza Horizon,
Game Pass, so it's hard. Like it's
I'm not even thinking about that. Good luck. If y'all like it, I love it. But
what if there's like a real effect going on right now with Game Pass, where it's like you have a good portion of people who are on Game Pass who are just like, I'm not buying other games. Yeah. I'm invested now into this ecosystem, and that's it.
Probably.
It'd be worth doing a case study on that. Because I know me, like, even though I'm on Game Pass, I still will buy my share of games. Like, I still would be like, I want to own this, such and such. But some stuff,
and
like,
I'm like, more people trying to make their own subscription services, because it's like, I'm pretty sure there's people who have gravitated to just, this is what I have. I have Game Pass, and that's what I have.
Yeah.
So are y'all like me? So because I have Game Pass and I play so many games on Game Pass, I'm able to actually spend money on games that I would normally not play.
Right. I will take a chance on games, but I know we're not the average person. You know what I mean?
This is true. Right. I keep on forgetting that sometimes.
So it's a no for me, dog. But I don't want to be closed-minded when it comes to purchasing games. Just because I'm paying for Game Pass don't mean like if I really want a game, I'm gonna pay the cash money to play the game that I want to play. And I need people to stop being so close-minded and thinking like it's the subscription services like Xbox and PlayStation Essentials. It's like the end all be all to games, and it shouldn't be. So just maybe you're just gonna have to sit and wait until your game goes on sale, or you might not have to get the platinum digital, next gen deluxe game. But hey, that's what it is. They got it, they can have it. Anything else before we hit the next topic? Because I want to talk about Square Enix real quick, about how much money they've been losing and how people say the game is the big old fest quest, and it's underperforming for a AAA game. So what happened? I need to know what happened, y'all.
What game are we talking about?
Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, the last one, about how much money is lost.
I thought the game did.
I thought so.
They lost $2 billion in value.
2 B's. 2
B's. Is it just from this game? Just from this game, or is it for just in general?
This game.
I think what
saying Square Enix as a company has lost
as a company
since Final Fantasy 16 launch, but they're basically saying that this game didn't meet its sales goals and reported a 66% drop in profit.
Because this is not a Final Fantasy game. This is a Devil May Cry. This is a what's that Soldiers of Fortune thing they did side thing. This is what that is. This should never have been a Final Fantasy main title. This should have been one of the Final Fantasy with the out the end and say something else that's weird or whatever. Like there's no RPG elements to this game. Immortals has more RPG elements than Final Fantasy 16. If that tells you something.
Yeah.
Wow.
It sounds like they gotta go back to the old formula, right? Because the new formula isn't working.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was gonna say, and you think about Baldur's Gate 3 and the reception that has had, it should tell you that turn-based is still a thing and people still are willing to play that type of game. So I don't understand. Like,
I
this should be a
understand.
wake-up call. This should be a wake-up call.
I tell you.
Go ahead, tell me.
I tell you why. I agree with you, but I'm gonna tell you, when you try to limit your audience on a product and expect to have the sales that they got and they don't, that's a Square Enix fault. They thought that the PlayStation consumer space will be enough for them to be successful for this title, and they didn't. So that lets you know.
I disagree with that because they always release their games primarily on PlayStation. Like 90% of their games are primarily released on PlayStation. I don't think by them not releasing on Xbox that's part of it. I think it's that they're deviating too far from what the Final Fantasy audience wants from their games. You know, they've changed that combat system every game since.
I think you're both right. I think Final Fantasy 15, the last that was on Xbox, right?
Yeah, 15.
That was to this day is still the best-selling Final Fantasy game.
Which was 7?
15. The one that had the bachelor party going to hell.
Oh, Prince
it's still like a new Final Fantasy game, right?
Yeah, the new one, the new one, not the remake. That so again, because of course they opened up their game up to everybody. That was multi-plat. It was, had a good story, had the party system, was an actual RPG. This one is you're only controlling one person. Apparently, from what I'm reading, the other characters are not fleshed out. So you're and it's not like an open world RPG, which the newer Final Fantasies are more of an open world. But like, I think they had the same expectations as 15 as they thought for this one, not realizing when you cut out a whole market, you're not going to have the same sales expectations for that one. So Square Enix should have lowered their own square.
Going to get the same, like for them to think that they were going to get the same sales that they got on multi-plat is just like, who did you hire? Can you hire me because I can do accounting apparently? That's like, I don't see how you could how did you sell that? You know what I mean? How did you sell that to the board? Because no, that's not going to work.
They could at least put it on PC. They could at least,
day and day.
They could have at least had it on PC. They could have at least had it on Steam, and they wouldn't have lost $2 billion. They probably would have lost like $1.7 billion. You know what I'm saying? But
that sounds like
it's too much. It's too much. It's too much.
It does sound like they're going through some restructuring, though. So it sounds like back in March, the president stepped down. They have a new guy replacing him. And then they're also reorganizing its internal development teams because it sold off most of its Western studios, Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal to Embracer Group.
And Embracer Group is having issues itself. Like, oh my God.
You know what? We're going to talk about that next week because I ain't got the time. I got time for 2 more topics. I got time for 2 more topics. I'm looking at the topic that says what I was supposed to talk about in Embracer Group, but I ain't got the time. I have to trim something today. So I hope Square Enix learned its lesson about maybe expanding their product to other markets, and maybe they won't be losing $2 billion. And
as you can see, what's 14 finna come to Xbox? I am so ready for them to open up that beta so I can jump in there real quick.
Yeah. So I hope they get it together. Unity is being greedy this week.
Oh man, I never thought of
everybody's jumping on their ass.
Everybody, and rightfully so. They have been they started implementing a new charging fee for developers after a certain threshold with installs and player base count. I think it's over 100 grand or 500 grand. I don't know which number it is. But after that, it's like 10 cents per install, I think. And it became a big uproar in the gaming community, especially with the indie side, because it really alienates them for them to really make any money. And I would love your ladies' input on this. If you want to plead the fifth, that's fine. I'm going to say that one of the best gaming experiences in my life has not been AAA titles, has been indie titles. And they work as hard or even harder than the big budget studios. For them to get choked out like this, getting penny pushed here and there, I think is terribly unfair. It undervalues the product that they want to push. And I think they should have moved over to the big companies and get a cut from them. Because if an indie company makes over $200,000 off of one game or have $200,000 installed, that's when the kick comes in and they have to pay for more. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that will also like add things to indie games that developers really don't want to get that extra money. Maybe they'll probably add cosmetics. They might add a store. They might add a season pass just to even it out. So, and I've been hearing from folks that this is not good at all. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, even think Unreal put a post out saying, our revenue, wait till you get 1 million. And even that, we only get this tiny percentage of that. I think,
don't these companies already pay for the software?
No, Unity has been, that's the thing. Unity has been the most easiest way to get into game development because the barrier of entry is so low. It's completely free. You use Engine to create your game, and boom, it has all these tools and stuff. It's really good. It's grown over the years, but it started out as like pseudo open source, and it later switched its style to be more to have licensing based, things now. And now they're changing the way it, that whole thing. So I hate to see this. I hate to see, because like Lady said, it's gonna be very tough for indie studios because this was always the go-to engine.
Like, and then how does it work when they're on like Game Pass? You know what I mean? Because like people may just install the game,
right? Like that part I don't like. As far as the installs and revenue, like I don't understand how that works because Unity is just the engine, right? Like it's been free for so long, and even with the 200,000, like I knew about that, but I didn't know like the extent of that,
Yeah.
So it's interesting to hear that all these changes are coming through because of, I guess for revenue and all this, but it's like, wow, because you got other engines out there that's free now. You got, what's the one that you got Crytek that's free. Unreal is also free now. And what's crazy is that Unity helped cultivate that. Unity had been free for so long, and they pushed all these other high production value based AAA engines to be free, because it's like, how are you benefiting the industry if you're not free? And then suddenly you get this flip. It's weird to me. It's like, what is happening? So something happened, I'm guessing.
Somebody has gotten in the head and has decided, why aren't we making good values of money?
Like they probably looked at the fact that millions upon millions, even if you're just trying to make a game, like you're just playing around with a game engine, you just want to learn something. People use Unity for that in class, for everything. They use Unity for all of that. So as they probably looked at it and was like, okay, man, we can make, even if we get 5 cents on every download. Yeah. Like they probably looked up, and so
which is not even like 5 cents, right? So let me read the thresholds.
I just threw a number out there. I don't know.
I know, but that sounds reasonable, because this is why it's not reasonable. So if you're just a regular person or on the Unity Plus tier, if you have installs, just one install, they want 2 cents per install, right? That doesn't sound too bad. But once you get to anywhere over 100,000, they want 20 cents per install. Just for a regular person. Right. And if you have the Unity Pro, then they start to break it down into less, which right. And what kills me is that they charge more for the less installs instead of for higher. So if you have 1 million, they only want 2% per install. But if you have between 1 and 100,000 installs, they want 15 cents. That's why it sounds horrible. Why are you charging more to the people who have less installs? That's killing the indie industry. you're taking more from the little guy. Why not for the the million that you're taking more?
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I thought that was, honestly, I've always been a huge fan of Unity because like that's how I learned. Even the game we recently released, like the one my husband and I worked on, like we use Unity to create it, and so it's. I just hate to see this because I think Unity is a great platform. It's gonna be hard for me to even suggest this to new people, to people who like younger developers that want to get into game development. Right. It's gonna be hard for me to suggest Unity.
Yeah,
it's like,
and how
what do I tell
like
them?
retro. Like I can see if they're like from games made from here on out, which even that is like that. But to be like I don't know if you guys saw, but Cult of the Lamb was like, we're probably gonna delete our game, so make sure you install it. Because they're not going to pay these fees. Because essentially what happens is anytime if you've made over $200,000 in the last 12 months, or over the life of the game, you have produced 200,000 installs. Anything over that, that's what they're charging you.
So it's a lot. It's basically blocking their success. So if you have a successful title and you don't have a big backing of a company, the most you can make is that threshold. And that's tough because people got families and stuff like that. And I'm like, why don't you mark this up? If you want to make added fees to a game engine like that, why don't you do it towards the bigger companies that got the budget for it? Right. Indies don't got it. All indies don't got it. I know developers that will go to events, interviews, panels, anything that's a big group of people in the game industry and pitch their game to get this money to make it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For them to get like, okay, I got enough money to make the game. I want to make the game. I made this much amount and I have to stop because they're probably adding more fees. I just think it's predatory. It is fucking predatory. And I'm glad that Twitter got on their ass. And I hope that it was enough for them to change that. So, excuse me. I thought I saw like something mentioning a rollback on something on some part of it, but not all of it, right? I thought that's what I read, but like I said, the way this week has been going for me, like I hadn't really dug that deep into the situation that's going on, but outside of like what you've all described, but like I said, I think it's just it's unfortunate, man. Like I don't even know what to say to this, but I think this is definitely going to be an opportunity for like those under engines to kind of put their best foot forward. Because like I said, they got Unity is not like how Unity was back in the day. They got way more competition right now, between all the other engines. So and I think right now, if I had to look at the different models, I think Unreal has the best model as far as like you don't do anything until you make them, and it's not that you have it's not even download based. It's like revenue based. If you make $1 million, I think it's on a dollar amount for them, not so much the amount of installs or the amount of people that get the game.
They have both. It's like I feel like I read it like a bad warranty. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like how cars will be like we'll have your warranty for 5 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first.
Right.
Like we all know 50,000 miles is coming first. So
so Unity, you should be ashamed of your motherfucking self. You should be ashamed. Shame on you, okay? And support those indies because they got some good stories out there. Okay, we're not doing tidbits, but we are doing this last topic. So if you have any questions, let us know what question your question. And we are going to, for the last topic of the day, I want to talk about the PlayStation. They got a showcase too this week. So what good, bad, or ugly? Good, bad, and the ugly as far as that.
For State of Play.
For PlayStation State of Play. That was 27 minutes long, 27 minutes of fire, 27 minutes of fire, somebody say. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't watch State of Play, so that's why I'm going to go first. But I did watch the Spider-Man new trailer, which Spider-Man looks great. I was probably going to play it anyway. but you know, it looks really good. Some of those fight scenes look like gorgeous. There was a fight scene with him and the lizard guy, and I was like, yo, I can't wait to fight this guy. But everything else I wouldn't have cared about. Like, I don't care about Final Fantasy. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't care about Final Fantasy.
I don't care about Spider-Man. Now,
I really don't care about Spider-Man. I'm just playing it because it's, you know, Marvel character. I get to play a superhero game.
I can.
Like, it's the only superhero game in town right now. Like, we don't even have Batman right now. So
I can understand that. That was it. They had a couple of VR titles, Resident Evil 4, and I think it was another one. I don't remember the name, but
no, I didn't even buy into their ecosystem. I have a Quest. Why?
They had the Ghostbusters VR game.
Yeah.
Quest.
Right. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, why? I don't need to buy your ecosystem. I can get the Quest.
Okay.
Well, I have the Quest. Yeah. But yeah. So Delilah, I don't know if you got
good or bad or ugly.
Look, so I did watch it. Good, bad, or ugly. That first game, I don't know. That's Baby Steps or whatever.
Baby Steps was garbage. What the fuck?
I wouldn't say all that. Let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
Baby Steps, you know, you said good, bad, or ugly. So Baby Steps, that would have to go, you know, that would be on the list, you know, as far as tiers. Of course, for me, the best thing they showed was Spider-Man. Final Fantasy looks great. But I'd rather play it on console, if I'm being honest. I don't want to, it's something I just don't want to play on PC. I don't know. For me, the state of play, it felt like we've already seen everything they've had to show. Like, I don't need to see Spider-Man anymore. I know, you know, I it's not for me. I don't play this. I've never been playing the first one. I'm likely not gonna play this one. For me, it's like anytime I see that game, it looks cool. I probably watch my husband play it or something. Like, I know I'm not playing Spider-Man.
And I'm the same way, even though I'm gonna get it. Like, I don't care to see it anymore. I know I'm gonna buy this game.
It's like, you already know I'm going to see that movie. I already know more. I don't need to see any more trailers. Like, put a trailer in me. Like, I need to see the movie.
So give me the game. Give me the game.
Yeah, exactly. As far as Final Fantasy, like I said, that looked cool. But to me, that was the only two for me. It was Spider-Man, looked good, and Final Fantasy, but like there wasn't anything like really new outside of indie, like really new, like
because they're not putting anything out the rest of this year. So I was like, PlayStation Studios isn't gonna put anything else out besides Spider-Man.
Right.
What about
factions?
What about The Last of Us 2 factions?
What I'm getting at is, like, why even do a state of play? It's like we already seen these titles. Like, it's you should. Like, even when they show the Final Fantasy, it doesn't come out till next year. So, like, we know it's coming. You announced it last time.
Maybe they had nothing to show. They had nothing to show.
It felt weird to even have that, you know.
They showed some.
Yeah, but they haven't been at anything either.
Right.
Like, they had their thing at the beginning. You know, they had Jeff Keighley's Summer Fest, right? But even there, they didn't show. Like, there was nothing to show.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, maybe they keep things, you know,
because they showed too much stuff too early.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they keep stuff close to the vest because they don't want to show it too early. I feel like they almost feel, you know, because right now Microsoft is like hitting their stride, and it's like almost like a role reverse.
Yeah.
Whereas Sony's kind of like, yo, we hold it tight to the vest. We ain't gonna show nothing because, like, we want to make sure that our fingers hit when they hit.
Right.
And like, it's just like, the way the games have dropped this year has just been plentiful, a lot of quality, a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know. Next year is gonna be. I like to say is next year. And the next couple of years, actually, it's 2023. Yeah, the next couple of years are going to be super interesting between, you know, it's going to be interesting because we already know the direction that Sony's, you know, they want to build up their multiplayer, you know, set of games.
And they're trying to, because they're trying to get their whole subscription service, you know, rolling.
Right.
I will say, what's always funny to me is at each one of the things, everybody is like, "Oh, I hope we see Wolverine." I'm like,
Wolverine ain't coming out to
you are not seeing.
They have that list. They have a list of things they
like
would
you
expect to see.
might see Wolverine next year. Like when they announced Wolverine, it was literally just that they know that they're making this game.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, and also look at the timeline with Spider-Man being about to release. Insomniac has been like on the money.
They're just now moving people over. Because now the Spider-Man is done, they're now starting to migrate people over to Wolverine.
Yeah.
You're not seeing Wolverine for a minute, y'all. They gotta get the better.
And then you hear all these little, like I said, the list, like your Bloodborne, and like you said, factions. Like, where are these games at? People are asking about all these titles. They've been asking about them since the beginning of this year and some of last year. And it's like
they ain't listening.
Your mind's not be asking about Fable 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but they showed Fable at the Xbox showcase. So it's coming. True. But with Wolverine, and then if you're not going to
be and that's what I was saying. Like the only reason why I brought it up is just like people don't understand development. I swear, still now, like people play games, but they don't understand what it takes to make the game, to get the game out.
Right, exactly.
How many resources it takes to make a vertical slice to even show y'all something.
Yeah.
Like that takes resources away from development of the regular game. So sometimes you're not going to see that for a long time because they have to get to a place where people can basically change scope, pivot from doing regular development to make this vertical slice.
Yeah, like for instance, if you ever want to kind of get a general, if anybody's listening and want to get kind of a general idea of what this is like or what it's like, check out the Psychonauts 2 documentary. It's on YouTube. I think you can just search Double Fine Games, which is the studio that made that title, and look at what they went through just to make the vertical slice.
Yeah,
like and how much time and effort that took to plan out a section of the game that's playable for these shows and for people to see and stuff like that. It's
just because they make that is not indicative of the final product.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, for
because
me,
Anthem, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ooh, damn, why you had to go there?
But I knew there was problems when we went to EA Play out in LA, and they wouldn't let nobody play the game. You had to go into a room, and they played the game for you. Yeah.
All right, for me,
I think that's the show, everybody, right?
No.
I don't know if you want to pick a couple or what.
I just needed to talk about what I saw.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm tell you, the Spider-Man presentation put me to sleep. I was looking at this, I turned it off and went to sleep. Look, I'm tell you, Spider-Man 2 is like Spider-Man 1. They just made it bigger. They add a little wingsuit and they slap Miles in there. And that's what it is. Spider-Man 2.
You petty, y'all, please.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be petty. My project manager told me not to go too deep because I was going to. But with Spider-Man, I'm telling you, it is Spider-Man DLC. They just slapped a couple of little things in there to hype it up, and that's y'all game of the year. If you're a Spider-Man fan and that's the type of shit you like, you can have it. I don't even want it. I don't want you. That's your shit. I'm not going to deter you of what I think. Again, I don't fuck with it. I'm not going to get it or nothing. Now, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh yes, we're gonna be in there. We're gonna be in there like swimwear. I know last night we were talking about it during the party, and LBOOGIE's like, I ain't trying to play no old ass game. And I'm like, well, this is Final Fantasy VII. It's new, but it's old, but it's new. I'm in it.
It looks good.
And they piecing that shit out to you and selling it to you.
And you know what?
Don't say that.
Call of Duty do that anyway. So I'm used to that.
That's like I'm used to getting abused. That's all right.
Whoa, that's not fair.
They dripping it. It's a little piece.
Hey, if they
and Call of Duty don't sell you a piece of the game for the full price of the game.
Well, shit. If you talking about
that's why
seasons and shit don't cost the same price in the full game.
Well, ma'am.
Yeah, like tripping me out because like you complain about this right with Spider-Man on, and then she buys Call of Duty.
Right.
Like DLC every year. That's quote unquote DLC every year.
Okay, but the difference between okay, well, I'm gonna tell you. Well, okay, reheated leftovers, whatever you want to call it. If I'm gonna go back to an old ass game that I'm gonna invest in, and show ain't gonna be Spider-Man, but it's show gonna be one of the best games ever in the entire. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You may not like it, but you let me enjoy it. Like, I'm not fit to clown somebody because they want to play Spider-Man.
You did. You just clowned them on Spider-Man.
I just said it looks the same. I just say it looked the same. Rebirth is the same story with a refreshed everything. Spider-Man 2 is the same shit. The 7th.
It's a remake. It's a remake. Like Rebirth is like continuation of the story.
Of the original story. Spider-Man have the same assets with the different story.
What are you talking about? What you think you getting?
What Call of Duty is though?
Same assets.
Call of Duty has literally the same shooting mechanics. You know, I ain't gonna go into it.
Yeah, don't go into it. Everybody got their preference. Right.
I mean, I don't know. I just,
I know everybody don't like what I like, and that's fine. And there's things that I don't like.
But you see how it looks though, the pot calling the kettle black with your Call of Duty, and like you like DLC every year, same game. Well, I just new color paint, same.
Well, just call me biased. I call me biased. I'm never been a Spider-Man fan, so I would have expected at least to see something different from Miles Morales. But
I want to see something different from God.
You know what? Anyway, let's get to these questions. Okay, let me see. We got hella questions now.
Smoke cleared after all them shots.
Yeah, I got shot in the chest.
You gotta do like this.
Clear the air. Okay.
All right.
I started all of them. So
thank you. I'll get to them right now. Sir X-Man, who got their magical powers in Starfield? I got mine. I ain't got there yet. And don't tell me.
Yeah.
Delilah, you got your powers?
Yeah. Remember you said we gotta do this mission. This next one.
Into the unknown.
I got that. Okay.
I'll fix that later.
All right. We're gonna get there. I can't wait to see what those powers do. Pragmatic Eagle. Do you ladies see yourself reaching 328 skill points in Starfield? I fully intend to via multiple in G+.
Right now, I do. I'm still hooked on the game.
That's the max, right? Like that's maxing out everything.
Yeah, I'm still hooked on the game. So
I don't know. I don't know about 328 though. But
I mean, I don't know. I definitely I played Fallout 4 heavy, and I definitely have these same vibes from Starfield, where I feel like I am going to be in this game for a minute. I don't know.
I don't see an end for this game. I can see myself stopping, playing something else, then going back to Starfield. Just like how I did all of the Elder Scrolls.
Because they're probably going to bring out more stuff.
Right.
So.
All right. I'm probably just going to do one run through and get as far as I can. And then it's end up going to be stuff in my,
just do the main game and main story and be done.
And just put it in my catalog, and then if I feel like it, I'll play Starfield.
Which is hilarious. Well, not hilarious, but which is odd to hear you say, because you're a big Fallout fan. So I would think that you would be because this is Fallout.
The storylines, man, the different factions, and it gets.
This is the type of game that's going to stay in the hard drive. Starfield is. That's the game that's gonna stay there. Like Delilah said, if I'm not playing it for a couple of months, then I'll jump back. I'll come back. Yeah. Let me see. I have I'm not. Your statement is not the nice statement.
But you showed it.
You put it on there. But you put it on there.
You put it on the screen though.
I don't.
Come on, ho.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I have the next question up here. What world? Because you said word. What world would the ladies want to live on? Starfield or Mass Effect? Mass Effect all day.
Ooh,
Mass Effect.
Starfield.
Mass Effect.
I feel like I can control my fate a little bit more in Starfield.
Yeah. Right.
Damn. I think the world of Mass Effect is a little more grittier than Starfield. So unless I haven't seen gritty
I
yet.
don't know. I feel like I have not met anyone who is trustworthy.
Oh, really?
There's a mission, y'all, this in Starfield that makes me feel like the entire game of Mass Effect, the story wise.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. I'm like, this is Mass Effect story just in the little mission
Like a
set of
little
mission.
small event. And they probably did that on purpose. Like, we're going
Probably did, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is Abacab. Is Xbox having a showcase at, I guess, Tokyo Game Show, or are they just gonna be there? They should, because they should do something with their collaboration with Kojima, and we just got an announcement of that. So hopefully we can see more of that.
I'd like to see it. If they did have, if they are having
Right.
one.
They've been talking about it a lot. They say they're going to be there, so I don't know. I find it odd
maybe
that
just
they're
like
hyping it
Gamescom.
up and they would just not do it.
Yeah, and maybe just like Gamescom, you know how they really show it out for Gamescom. You know what I mean? That was like the biggest booth they ever had and stuff like that. So yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead. You can go ahead.
No, I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. That was my fault. Let me see.
I hope so. I hope they're there, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make sure. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I got the questions correctly. Rain G4, have you ladies thought about doing voiceover for video games? Also, would you mind your voice was used on a non-Black character?
I mean, I don't know. I think I've never thought about that. I don't really feel like I have the voice for it, but
I think so.
I wouldn't care if I was a non-Black character.
As long as your voice on there,
Be able to play a Black character, but I mean,
yeah, that'll be yes.
I'm not about not
it's
taking
layers
that,
to it.
you know.
It's layers to it. It's layers to it. Like, don't ask me to do like
Right.
I'm supposed to be doing this backstory and have these world experiences because I won't have that. But if it's just like for a commercial, yeah, I could do that. No,
Right.
but I don't think I have the voice for it. You know,
I don't know. That's what he said. I guess he sees some voices in us that he sees it in a video game. I'll take it as a compliment. If non-Black voice actors can get Black roles in video games, why I can't?
Yeah.
Right. Starfield, the Black guy, definitely is not. That is not a Black guy.
Which one?
I don't know.
So the one that Paris was talking about was him. People are telling him it looks like him.
Saying, yeah, no, that's not. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
What's his name? Valdemir. His name is Valdemir. I feel like they got the wrong character model. I feel like they literally got his name Valdemir.
Yeah,
and it's got a like more of an Arabic type voice. So it's like
I can't tell you who Valdemir. I can't tell who Valdemir is. But
like it's weird. Like I feel like they got the wrong character model.
I don't think we're over there.
You don't think you're not at the,
I don't think we're over there.
Oof. Okay. Well, you see when you meet him. You see when you meet him.
Said that wrong. I'm probably misquoted that, but whatever. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm misquoted that, but
okay. Like I said, if they can get that bag, I can get it too. So let's go. Abacab. Now that Starfield has dropped their Metascore to 83, do you think it can still be Game of the Year?
Only on Xbox. It's still at 87 on PC. It's getting that Xbox tax heavy.
Yeah,
it's still an 87 game to me.
For me, a score never dictates Game of the Year. Because Metacritic, it's right now they need to figure that out as far as how the scores are announced and read and who's allowed to submit scores. I think that who's allowed to submit scores is a big one.
Right.
And then you got people.
Everything has a certain date. There's no trickle in after. You shouldn't be allowing like regular people to drop down the score of
Right.
Yeah.
People have, when people do those Metacritic scores, there are more people with malicious intent and to either boost up a game or downgrade a game versus a developer editor of a gaming outlet. So they really need to fix their system. And also for the content creators, the influencers, the podcasters, y'all can't be on your backs against the wall with the Metacritic score, because the Metacritic score ain't everything. Before I started doing this, I didn't even know what a Metacritic score was. It was either I bought it, I liked it, or I didn't. Or I talked to my friends if they liked it or they didn't. But y'all will put the Metacritic score on y'all back and run with it, knowing that at times it's not legitimately fair how they rate their games. But that's another conversation. That is another conversation. So I think I have one more question. What games are you ladies looking forward to for the rest of the year?
We've kind of glossed over this throughout the show, but I think for me, what's left with Lies of P, I definitely want to play that. Forza, I'm just gonna, because it's on Game Pass, like I'm gonna play it. I'm trying to think of something else. I'm pretty sure there's some things on Nintendo that I definitely want to check out. You got Alan Wake 2, that's in there. What's the one with the fighting? Lords of Fallen. Of Fallen. I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure there's a few more that I'm missing, but this year is still packed. I said earlier in the show, like I low key want something to move just because I can kind of, because so I can spread myself out a little bit. I don't have the time as I used to have. I can't dedicate full like a ton of time to gaming. I have to kind of carve out certain hours to play and stuff like that, and have like deep conversations with my husband and stuff like that to be like, I want to be able to play XYZ.
Yeah,
so expectation for the day is going to be
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting deep conversation today.
Right, exactly. So
give me that.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like this year is crazy. Like it's the list is large. We need a calendar to put on our site and be like, look, these are the ones.
For me, it's Alan Wake 2, Cyberpunk's DLC, and then Call of Duty. I'm good. I don't think. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got for me.
I'll probably get Call of Duty. I feel like I want to get Alan Wake, like I want to get it, but at this very point in time,
you don't need
right
it
now. I can't see anything else
with Starfield
taking my attention, which could change. In a couple of weeks, it may be different.
Except for the Cyberpunk DLC, but
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Idris
Elba gotta play it. Idris Elba,
like I feel like I'm gonna get it, but I don't feel like right now I need to play it right now. You know what I mean?
Like yeah, you gotta play it. Like it's
right.
I get it. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Okay. Well, our last question for today is from, I think, Pragmatic Eagle. Let me double check. I don't want to miss the questions because I'm good for that. Has anyone beat tier 6 of Flight Simulator Starfield? If I reach 6, I have not yet to beat it though. I did 3. I did 3. I did my minimum requirement.
You're talking about in the UC, right? The UC. Yeah.
Which, I got past
by
4.
The way, you're able to use that sim as your
practice
for your pilots. Like the things you have to do for the pilot license, like destroy a certain amount of ships and all that stuff. All that in the simulator counts for that.
Yeah.
I think that's part of the question. Like I think I got to like past level 4, but then 5, man, it was tough. But that's before I got used to like the fighting and targeting and stuff.
Yeah, so
I got to do that still.
I got 3. I got 3. Bare minimum just to continue on with the storyline. That's it. I see that we don't have any more questions, so we'll just close out the show. I want to thank everybody that's been here. And CHAREECE had to step out real quick, so make sure you follow CHAREECE on her social media platforms. Make sure you hit her up on her TikTok. You make sure you see her streaming every once in a while, early in the morning, playing some Get to Impact. Make sure y'all hit her up. And let's go to LBOOGIE.
All right. The sun is eating me up, so I'm trying to avoid it at all costs. But y'all can catch me on Twitter, which we just gonna keep calling it Twitter until they change it back. And right, yeah. Like I think there was a poll that said like 69% of us still call it Twitter because it's Twitter. I'm not calling it stupid X. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get into some cooking. You know, getting back into the groove of things. I want to get some food going so I can share with y'all. And then yeah, I'll just be playing. You know, if you find some cool shit in Starfield, make sure you send it to me.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, Miss Delilah HT?
Yeah, I mean, thanks everybody for listening to the show. We appreciate y'all being here. Please like, share, subscribe, you know, all that good noise. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Delilah_HD. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right. And last but not least, it's me, Lady Infamous 415. I bought an HDMI cord. We're going to try to fix the Elgato today because I miss streaming. If we can get this shit fixed, we playing Starfield. And if not, we playing Starfield. I got it downloaded on my console. I got it downloaded on my PC. We gonna play some Starfield today. You can check me at my YouTube channel. You can check the merch store. You can check our Patreon. You can check our Twitter. Make sure y'all hit us up. If you guys buy something from the merch store, please send us a DM with it so we can make our 2023 lookbook. And we really appreciate it if you buy any merch from us. Send us a picture if you feel comfortable, and just send it directly to our DMs. We'll make sure we got you a spot in the lookbook. And I guess that's it. Make sure you wash your hands, you wash your ass, you be kind to yourself, you be kind to other people, and play your video games. Not just talk about them, play them.
Or bash the other systems.
Right.
Or bash the other system when you know you ain't got the other system.
Or just because you're a plain hater.
Or, you know, you the mama's boy and, you know, you ain't got shit to do but to get Twitter paid.
Right.
And just play your video games, please. That's what
I'm trying to get Twitter paid low key though. I need 15 million. I need
okay,
that 15.
do that shit that dude did. Do that shit that dude did.
No, see, I have ethics. I try to be ethical with things that I do, so I can't do that.
You cannot do
I'm
that.
Just saying, I would love that check is all I'm trying to tell you. It's like I would love that check. I ain't gonna hold you.
I want to try something really quick before you go out. I want to see if this works. So whoever's watching, y'all can see this first. But hopefully this will work as we go into our outros. So get ready with the end stream button. I'm gonna click it real quick and then we'll see how it works. All right.
Okay.
There you go. All
right, that shit look good.
Peace.
All right. Bye.